So what are some of the implementing rules and regulation? So there is a formation of NSWMC, or National Solid Waste Management Commission, and the coordination of this agency with the DNR. Now, other IRR of this would be segregation of municipal solid waste at point of generation. So, you recall when we went to the sanitary landfill, it was mentioned that we are being encouraged to do segregation at our own house or at home. So that when the municipal garbage collector would try to collect it, it's also in the means of segregation. Prior to the implementation of this act, it's very difficult for us to follow, because our notion is that even if we segregate, the collection naman would be together altogether. But since we have started from the source, even up to the LGE level, up to the national level, so the segregation would be easier, and we just, upon segregation, we can just do recycling or reuse of these materials possible to be reused or recycled, and then the rest would go straight to the sanitary landfill. Then, for the second one, diversion of recyclable materials from the waste stream of at least 25% in 5 years. So, as you also have seen in your plant visit, you have seen that there are some materials that are being encouraged to be recycled. Then closure and/or conversion of open dumps into controlled disposal facilities within 3 years. Now, all dump sites that are being operated in the Philippines prior to this act were found to be designed as engineered sanitary landfill, but they were controlled such as dump sites. So what happened is that there should be a transition of converting this open dump site into controlled dump site and to have it as engineered sanitary landfill. So after doing so, for example, Payatas, since they have already changed it by phase into an engineered sanitary landfill, and they have already filled up the cell for as a unit, they have already enclosed several cells, and they have set that, based from this provision, they have said that it has to close in 2016. And then they wait until methane can be generated out of it. Then phase out of controlled disposal facilities within 5 years. So they will just, the plan for Payatas is that they will just convert it into an eco park. You remember the example of landfills that I have shown you from other countries? Okay, so that's the goal of Payatas and other existing local sanitary landfills. Then you have the use of engineered sanitary landfills. You can check out again what are the components of sanitary landfills that we have discussed. Article 2 of Section 21 of RE 9003 stipulates mandatory segregation at source. So take note, it's mandatory. As mentioned, there are some communities already implementing this. So if you happen to mix your garbage, you will be penalized. So that's already under the law. The segregation source should include household, institutional, industrial facility, commercial and business establishment, as well as agricultural areas. Now, there is also establishment of mandatory solid waste diversion. So, LGUs should divert 25% of solid waste from waste disposal facilities through resource recovery activities within 5 years. So, as you notice also when you go to sanitary landfills, they encourage nearby communities to join as the collector of garbages. So, it would be easier for them to do because it has been segregated already from the point of source. And that would also add to their income. Okay, so baseline to be derived should be from waste characterization results. Goal to be increased every 3 years. So 2000, 2003, 2006, and so on. Now, what about management of residual and final disposal sites? So, under Rule 8 of Section 1, controlling the operation of open dump sites. So, number 1, they all have to be closed as soon as possible. They should be converted to, as mentioned, controlled dump site within 3 years, and then has to be converted and closed within the next 5 years. Minimum requirements in siting, designing, and operation of disposal sites should also follow those that we have discussed ng sanitary landfill. And Section 48 states that open burning is not allowed. So this is in addition to your RA in 749. Okay? Now, for the penalties and fines, these are the penalties. Diagram also shows you the implementation of the RA 9003 from the household to the barangay level, to the LGU, to the municipal, city level, up to the national level. This is the conceptual framework of RA 9003.